share my view and opinion on the UACN stock, and also tell you what I'm actually doing and how I intend to play the stock going forward. Like I always say, it's important for you to look at a stock or your selected stock from a bigger picture that you drew down to the lower time frame, which explain what the stock is doing in the midst of an overall trend. So let's go back to UACN as far back as 2011. Now you will see that when the MACD line is below the signal line here, so that's actually indicate that the market is bearish. Then at the point where the MACD line crossed the signal line here, which is the blue line, you see how UACN went from 25, that's like from 25, 26, 27 to a peak of 70, 72. That's almost that's more than 100%. And you could see how it crossed over to the downside, also indicated a potential fall from 64, and the market followed suit from a fall of 64, from 64 to a low of around 15. And here you can see how the MACD moved up a little bit. So at that point, because the market wasn't trending, and the RSI was at the oversold region, so USN didn't actually show any movement either up or down. So, and right now you could see how the MACD is still not trending as it is. So overall, we would say the market here is very tight. So there's no clear signal on whether the market is going up or coming down. But as it is now, the market is clearly at the lower end after a long bearish run, and we could explain why this is so before the unbundling of the property management arm of the company. So let's drill down to the weekly and the daily chart. We are not going to be investing for a long time, so this will not really concern us, but just for us to have an idea of where the stock is. That's the long-term picture. Then on the weekly chart, let's also look at it. Now the weekly chart, the first thing I always look at is the MACD 2. Now MACD crossing to the downside also means that the stock is at a bearish note, but here it's as if the stock is at the end of a bearish market. And when you look at this RSI seems to be taking a U-turn. And let's go back. I like to look at the RSI resistance and RSI support. Now the last RSI support level, after a brief rally, after a brief decline, which was this here, was around 45, 46. That's this point here, 45, 46. So this RSI support 45, 46, and you will see that after a brief rally, UACN nosedived back again and also found support at that same 45, 46. You can see at this point 45, 46. So if I'm to draw my line, you will see from here, you see this region. So this is this RSI supports. So if the RSI is actually taking a U-turn from here, that means the RSI is rebounding from here. So it means that we could see UACN go up on the short term. So US here might be bullish on the short term, and if it's to find the nearest resistance, it's going to be around 10, 11, 12, this region. So that's important for us to know. So on the short term, we see a potential bullish run from this level. Now the daily chart, which is what I use to trade the stock, tells me that this particular stock might be up for a bullish run. So you see here that the MACD is actually showing a bullish sign. So you need to watch the MACD. It's very important. I always watch the MACD. It tells me whether the buyers are sellers, whether buyers or sellers is in charge of the market. So if the blue line, which is the MACD line, is above the signal line, it means the buyers are in charge. If the other way around, it means the sellers are in charge. So as it is now, it means the buyers are in charge of the market. And then when you look at the RSI is showing a cross up, just showing a recent cross above 50. So RSI currently it's around 52. That's how, if you check this point, RSI is at 52. So, and it's pointing up, so which is a sign that the market will be bullish. Now, another thing we need to look at again is the close of the market. You can see how the market closed in the last 5 days. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So the market is actually going up from here. So for me, I think UACN is a buy at a current price, but I would not advise anyone to jump in at that price, because with what is happening in the market now, some sellers might still come in to take profit. So you can place a bit lower and see if you can get in the market. Now, if we're to look for a nearest resistance at this point, I focus on 50 days moving average. Why? Because if you see here, as price moved from 10 naira down to 7, it found resistance at this 50 days moving average. Then price moved from 10.9 to this region 7, it found another resistance at this point. So if you're buying UACN now, I feel a major resistance is sitting on 7.89 or 8 naira. So 8 naira is a major resistance, and if price pulls through from this 8 naira, then we could see it go to 10 naira, which is also very important. So you need to watch this trend very well. So that's my own analysis on how I intend to play UACN going forward. So I'm going to be buying at a lower price compared to the market price now, because I know people want to take profit, and also see how the price plays around 8 naira region. But any attempt for the price to break this 8 naira freely, then we could see UACN go to 10 naira. So that's exactly how I intend to play UACN stock. So just share your comments, like my YouTube page for more analysis, as I'll be sharing more in the coming days. Like I always say, it is always best for you to wait at the bottom, wait for price to come to you at the bottom, buy and allow and watch your price grow. But if you buy at the top, it's very risky for you to do that. So that's not a perfect way to remain profitable in the market, because if you buy at the top, you are the risk of profit, you are the mercy of profit takers. But if you buy at the bottom of the market, you are in a good position to enjoy appreciation.